Ja Morant deposition Kenny Stubblefield. Had no clue what a deposition was before yesterday. Ja Morant, the best understanding I have, but just to clear this up for anyone, Ja Morant is in no threat to go to jail. But there are legal things that have to happen in this civil suit between the estate of Josh Holloway, the young man who accused Ja Morant of, punching him back when he was 17, in the summer of 2022.
Right.
The civil case is beginning to start, and interesting things came out of it. More details about the fight. Devontae Pack was talking about his eyewitness account, and I'm just reading everything in black dude from South Carolina voice the whole time. I'm like, because the way when you read it, it's like, okay, when you start thinking about, all right, how did that brother really say this? Then I wonder, like, was he code switching? Was he trying to sound proper? Was he trying, you know what I mean? So I'm just imagining what that whole thing went down, how that whole thing went down. Interesting things of note for me is that because I think that we all kind of painted, I know I have in my mind, I painted this out like it's some scene from a movie where it's this long, elaborate fight scene of what happened. And Pac was like, man, it lasted for like a couple seconds. Like, he threw the ball, Josh bucked up like he was ready to fight. Josh swung on him. It was like, pap, pap, we broke it up. I got my lick in, he got his in, we were done. But like in your head, you kind of painted like it was just this wild 5-minute,
right,
scene from Above the Rim or something. Shout out to Above the Rim, classic
great
basketball
movie,
man. He described it to be much differently. Interesting names that were also brought up in the deposition. Mike Miller, Trey Draper was mentioned as well.
I had no clue Mike Miller was there.
Yeah, for sure. But this whole scene,
not surprised Mike Miller was there, but had no clue Mike Miller was there.
But here's the thing, though, man. Like, I think I would love to be invited to a Ja Morant summer hoop session because it's like, seems like everybody was there. Seems like it was a pretty dope affair to be at, man.
To me, to be honest with you,
T probably was on the grill.
Yeah. Knowing the other guys that were there makes it more, because my whole thing this entire time has been, why in the hell did Ja have a 17-year-old kid at his house hooping?
It seems like it was a big cookout. Everybody just doing whatever.
It seemed like clearly there were some connections there that brought him there.
Yeah.
That you got City of Memphis guys, former high school coach, former University of Memphis assistant coach, Trey Draper, who is a legend here in Memphis. Makes sense to me now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get it. And that's something that Ja is kind of big about, is being available and touchable to a lot of the local athletes in the city of Memphis. I get it. They said that he even used to go to G.G. Jackson's games. He's gone to his games before. So I think I read that somewhere. So I get it. Whatever. That whole situation seemed so grimy and so bad when I first heard about it. But ever since then, a lot has happened, Kenny. So I'm kind of over that whole thing with the incident. Another interesting part from the deposition part is the fact that Devontae Pack kind of explained something we hinted at a while ago, that when young inner city black men say things like, "That's my brother," that very well could be something that literally feels just like family. And
it is family.
Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? We talked about the first episode 0. We talked about working with inner city kids, how we know that this could be something way deeper than how people understand it. And D-Pack definitely explained it. D-Tap, I'm sorry, definitely explained it. He explained that I met Ja when I was 8 or 9 years old playing in rec league ball. I was a little hard head. Ja's coach pulled me to the side, helped me get my stuff together. I always knew Ja, played against him, played with him ever since then. When we would go on AAU trips, I stayed with Ja because my family couldn't go. And if you don't understand the dynamic.
When Ja went to Murray, D-Tap stayed with T and
the
Ja's
family.
mom.
He moved into the house.
That's family.
That's family, yeah. So a lot of people are saying Ja needs to just, pick better people and cut off some of these people. It's a totally different situation than what people, and what people think. It's harder. It's harder than you think, man. And Ja also is in a situation now where with this civil case, like I said, I don't think anything, probably nothing. You're probably talking about a matter of money, a matter of him paying out or whatever. But they're also John Martin of Jason and John show, a show that I'm on every Friday from 11:25. He said that from his sources, he's heard that Ja has cut ties to some extent with D-Tap. We saw that he unfollowed him on social media, and after reading this deposition, especially the part where he kind of like outed Ja, like saying that, Ja has a gun and all these type of things and didn't mention anything about him or whatever. People are kind of speculating, saying that that might be why they fell out. I don't know. I think it's PR related. I think that people behind Ja told him, look, you need to, kind of fall back from him or whatever. But we'll see, man. We'll see how that works out for sure. Like I said, the 3-pointer, number 1, the Ja Morant Deposition. Number 2.